Show.
All right, everyone, welcome back to another week of the 580 Show, episode 178. Myself and Mr. Dante Anthony Petrella Jr. What's up, buddy?
What's up, brother?
This week we were supposed to have on Andrew Clayton, and we just pushed it back to next week. So next week's episode will feature Andrew Clayton, who, congrats, did win the Rainier Classic, as I predicted on this show. I think last week when we finished up, we didn't. World's Strongest Man was still up in the air. They were going to the final day, and then same here, same with the Rainier Classic, I believe, right?
Yes,
Or
nothing was finished.
Yeah. Neither was finished, but they were wrapping up. And it's a good thing you can't gamble on Strongman because I was dead wrong about Mitch Hooper. Like, I would have lost if you could have put money, like if you could have gone on to DraftKings and bet on World's Strongest Man. I would have put a mortgage payment, more than a mortgage payment, on Mitch Hooper to win this year. So, what'd you think of the way? I mean, I know we were all following along the same way people were, and you, me, Frawley, we were, talking about it. But what'd you kind of think about how everything shook out?
I'm not surprised how it shook out, just because Hooper was injured or had that injury with his hand. So
Yeah,
it's real, just especially for me personally, because I went through something like that. Not saying I'm the same level as Mitch Hooper or anything, but when your hands are ripped up, especially like when you have a couple events left to go, one, it's a really big morale killer, it messes with your head a lot, and two, it's even hard to grip things. Like he said, he was even struggling with deadlifts in the warm up. He was surprised he even got that many deadlifts when he got out
yeah,
on the field. So like, it's still good that he got second. If his hands didn't tear, would he have gone first? Probably.
yeah. Maybe you never know. I mean, but when you get to the finals and you get sixth
Yeah.
place out of 10 in the first event, and you're going against someone that's Tom Stoltman. I mean, he's in the greatest of all time. He's in that category now.
He has three titles,
Yeah,
and he's still young.
I hate the GOAT stuff because I like eras, and every era has their own, it's like MJ,
Yeah.
LeBron,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
you put Bill Kazmaier against Tom Stoltman. I think Tom Stoltman's going to win.
But who knows? Like in what time frame and
Yeah. So we're putting Tom Stoltman
Kazmaier
back
was
in.
so you got to remember Kazmaier was so good they banned him from World's Strongest Man for a year.
Yeah, true.
It's just there's no way ever telling. You know what I mean? Like I saw this one video on YouTube and it was like clickbait and it was like I I could have won World's Strongest Man in 1980. I think it was like an Alan Thrall video and it was because like him
Sounds like an
making
Alan Thrall video.
yeah, it was an Alan Thrall video. I actually think
Oh,
Alan made it. But if I remember correctly. But like he was making the point that like he could log press like 300 and at World's Strongest Man 1980 or whatever, their log was only 275. But the whole reason I believe for the video was proving like, different eras. A lot of the guys that even went to World's Strongest Man back then didn't even get to train with a log leading into World's Strongest Man. You know what I
true.
mean? So like imagine like just the accessibility to equipment now is so amazing.
Hmm.
But Tom Stolt long way of saying Tom Stoltman has made his way into the great category. Like great of all time category with 3 wins. So congrats to him, man. But yeah, Mitch Hooper getting six in an event and then Tom so consistent the whole weekend. We were talking about Mitch could make up points on Conan's and deadlift. He lost points on Conan's, right? Or no,
I thought he did
he,
well on Conan's.
yeah, Mitch beat Tom by 1 point on Conan's.
Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah,
And then
Mitch did beat him in that, but it wasn't
but it was
enough to
only
really like.
but so Mitch beat him in that, but there was nobody in between him, so he only made up 1 point.
Yeah.
So when you don't make up points like that, like so the Conan's wheel, yeah, he beat him by 1 point. And then the deadlift, I forget what it was, but they were too close. So yeah, man, that was that. Like I said, I was super wrong on World's Strongest Man. It looked cool though. I had a client go and I know a couple people that went and they said it was pretty cool this year. So I wonder. I don't think they've announced if it's going to be in Myrtle Beach again next year or stay in the States or what. So
I'd imagine it would stay in the States,
I hope so. We'll see.
selfishly.
Yeah, I want to go now after watching it this year. I think they're stepping it up from the spec because it's always been, everyone always says it's a TV show,
I
right?
think I think just having bleachers alone is a big
Yeah,
step up. Last
right.
year, people were buying freaking lawn
Ladders.
lawn ladders and industrial ladders. Probably someone brought a crane.
Yeah. Well, like I noticed this year too, they had like the digital changing screens and stuff. They had the big screen,
Yeah, the
but then they
billboards.
also had like around like the arena, it would say like, Tom Stoltman from Scott, you know what I mean? Like it would
Right.
say their names and stuff like that. So, um, no, it just looked like they stepped up a lot for spectators. I know you had to pay a lot more this year, but
If you wanted some shorts, it was like $70, but
yeah,
it's none of my
yeah,
business.
yeah, it's all right. Um, but no, that's cool. I'd be curious if anyone went or what, anyone's final thoughts on World's Strongest Man. But yeah, congrats to Tom Stoltman. And I'll be excited to hear where it's at next year and excited to see the new group of guys again. Because
Right.
this year we talked about it last week, but this year was crazy with the new guys. So I don't know, man. And then we didn't get to wrap up, but my coach and my friend Andrew Clayton won the Rainier Classic, and just that show is incredible, man. I talked to him on the phone for a while this week, and like he was so impressed with how it ran, and that's a guy that's done pretty much every show
Hmm.
besides World's Strongest Man. So to hear that from him, that's definitely like what I aspire Bridge to end up becoming, down the line.
I think it's already starting to pave the path towards that, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, but it's cool to see someone like Lucas Hatton and his Dungeon Strength team like step up the game so much because I think they're not on the level of like as far as like quality of athlete. I think is like the Shaw Classic, World's Strongest Man, the OSG, the biggest of the big shows. But I think like their promotion, their live stream, everything, the quality of the show, the implements, everything was greater than those shows, or at
Mhm.
least push. So I think to have a show like do that, it just continues to push that envelope and and help everyone.
Yeah.
So
Especially like not a, and it's not World's Strongest Man, but the production was definitely
it was
something.
incredible. Did
Yeah,
you
that's
get to
what I mean.
check it out? Did you end
I
up
did. I
getting
went back and watched a little bit of it, and I thought
pretty
it
impressive live
gave me
stream,
some
don't
good
you think?
notes and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool, man. I think it's good for you to watch that stuff because as you
yeah.
continue to learn with live streaming and stuff, like
The venue helped a lot too. It was a really cool venue.
yeah, I know how much it costs to rent that venue, and holy shit. So
We'll leave it at that.
yeah, yeah. That's our next step is find a good venue around here, as we continue to grow and everything. This year for Bridge, it's so cool because it's our third bridge and we have grown every single year. So I guess I'm actually gonna pull it up real quick just while I talk, but we have 118 signups already this year for Bridge, which is
Was that with or without dropouts?
with dropouts. So like we've
Yeah.
had 118 people sign up, but I think we've had like 16 dropouts. So if you're ever gonna promote a show, that just shows you like expect a lot of dropouts. I've learned that as a promoter. You may have, if you're running a show, how do I find I only know how to do it on my I
What are you
can
trying to do?
I can do it like this. But if you are running a show, like you may have 60 people sign up for your first show, but you'll if you have 60, you might only have, 45 sign up. And that's
Hmm.
just the reality of it, to be honest. And that's just something I've learned through promoting these shows is, you know, that's what happens. But so Battle of the Bridge 1, we had 100 athletes exact show up. So that was with, and I think maybe one or two more that dropped out like day of. So maybe like we'll call it like 98, but just call it 100. That's what it says on the thing. But then Battle at the Bridge 2, I was just looking. So Battle at the Bridge 2 was and Northeast Regionals were combined.
Hmm.
So we had yeah, we had 105, 107 between those two. And now this year we're at 102 or 103 signups. We've had 118, which is the most we've ever had actually commit to it.
Hmm.
And we'll probably have a couple more sign up this last week. So this is the last week to sign up for Battle at the Bridge.
People always
But
wait till the last minute.
yeah, for sure. And I'm sure we'll have more dropouts still. But yeah, we are up to 102 signups with the dropouts that are in there. So I'm so excited. I was able to secure another lane for overhead for open men, which I'm really excited for. So our 5 open men's classes will have 3 lanes because that's the majority of our lifters. I think there's like, between those or between those 5 classes, there's like over 60 competitors
Hmm.
in those 4 or in those 5 classes. So once we get to the 175 men, we'll go 3 lanes wide and we'll have 3 exact implements, which is so cool. So we'll
Nice.
have 3 MBs power center logs that are the exact same specs and 3 MB power axles that are the exact same specs. So it's a completely even playing field with those 3 lanes. So we'll start with deadlift and it'll go 4 lanes. Then we were gonna only have 2 lanes for log and axle, which we will up until the men start, but then we'll have 3. Um, and then sandbag to shoulder, 2 lanes, and then yeah, it's just gonna be really good. I'm putting a lot into the logistics of it, like we do every single year. Um, but yeah, so well, one thing I'm gonna do too, Dante, and
Hmm.
I'm gonna need your help with it, just designing the little graphic, but every athlete's goodie bag, they're gonna get a lane assignment printout sheet for their so they can say, "Oh,
It's
I'm
like
in
an
the."
itinerary.
Yeah, basically an itinerary without the actual times because I'm just not that good with logistics yet where I can get it down to the, hey, we're gonna start at 12:15 event 3.
Hmm.
And I just don't feel like it's advantageous to put a number to it because what if we're moving better or what if we're moving a little bit worse and it's just I don't want to sacrifice athletes' performance in their the time that they're having, like the quality of experience, I guess, just to say, oh, we followed this itinerary. But yeah, an itinerary saying like event 1, lane, this is what class they're in lane 1, this is what class they're in lane 2, lane 3, lane 4, and then they have that for the whole day. So it's a little cheat sheet just to remember where to go because I have all that finished now, so I know exactly what classes are going to be in what lanes, what implement they're going to use. I have the cheat sheets made up for the judges and spotters. So ready to go. I got to fill 4 sandbags and that's really it for the show.
Nice.
Get the shirts in and everything. So I don't know what shirt to do still for bridge, but we'll see.
Comment below again.
Yeah. What? I think for the volunteers this year, I'm just gonna do a white with like a nice black and gold lettering, just and have the volunteers in a white because every volunteer and athlete shirt I ever get is black. So I like
Hmm.
to have a different color. Like I like my Maryland Strongest shirt from last year because it's bright orange. How many black shirts do you have competing in strongman,
A
right?
million.
So
I think volunteers just having like a brighter color just so people can know like, hey, this is a volunteer.
yeah, like a nice white, bright white. Every single year try to do something, you know. We did gold the one year, and I thought that really stood out.
Yeah.
So
Just
I don't
helps,
know yet.
especially for spectators. Like they're like, oh, I need help. Let me talk to this guy. He's a volunteer.
Yeah, I know. Like our goodie bags are pretty cool. You're gonna. I don't know if I mean there's gonna be Grip Mountain, Dude Wipe scent packages, um, another ancestral supplement sent a coupon code for all competitors. Cerberus sent a coupon code for all competitors, no matter where you finish. Same with ancestral supplements. So even if you don't place and like get a prize, you can at least have that stuff as well, which is really cool. And we also do some other cool stuff at check-ins that no other show does. So, you got one right behind you. That's all I'll say. You got one up on your wall.
Yeah, they'll
But
figure it out if they're smart enough.
yeah. Um, But yeah, I'm so excited. The questions are really starting to flow. Come in, no matter how many videos and stuff we put out, which is fine. But last week to sign up for Bridge, so I hope let's pump up the numbers a little bit more even. And I'm excited for June 1st to see everyone. We got the IV company is on site. They've got a handful of bookings already. So don't forget to do that. What else am I missing, Dante? We got the IV. We got the IVs after weigh-ins. We got the goodie bag. IVs if you need that. If you have any questions about the area, where to stay, and then June 1st is the show. I think we're gonna be selling our own food for the first time this year too. So trying to
Mm.
work out the logistics with that as well. So
Are we having any booths on site? Do you know?
yeah, we will have some booths on site. That's a great question. I know Lift Hard Dash Strong will be there for sure for merch and stuff like that. And then we'll have a 580 booth as well with we're actually gonna bring back this shirt design that I really like with the barbells going through it. And we're gonna do a one-time Battle at the Bridge only like color drop. I haven't decided the color yet, but I'm just gonna have like 25 of these shirts. So if you want to support 580, pick up a shirt, they'll be $20. So that would mean a lot to us. Yeah, there'll be, horsepower, our supplements, all competitors, there'll be free pre-workout out all day for them as well. So yeah, we will. Just working out, trying to figure out if a couple other boosts are gonna come, but we don't know yet. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, that's really it. We'll announce once we get through Bridge, we'll announce some upcoming big events that we're gonna have for the rest of the year too. So with 580, obviously we'll have Polar Express as always. I think I have the events picked out for that. Um, and we're gonna have another show this year too in October. We're gonna host a third show. So we'll announce that as well.
Cool.
Um, but yeah, thank you guys for listening. Let us know what you thought about World's Strongest Man, Rainier Classic. Come to Battle at the Bridge, even if you're not competing. It's a really fun time. It's free to get in and help us continue to grow the show and get on the level of the Rainier Classic and some of these other shows. So that's all I got, Dante, unless you got anything.
Peace out.
See you guys.